back to my channel. Today is day 1 of CAT preparation and today we will be starting with percentages. Okay, so we will understand the concept of percentage and we will also do few basic questions on percentages, not more than that, so that we are fully well versed with the concept of percentages. Okay, so first let me tell you what is percentage. Percentage means percent, that is anything per 100. Okay, so usually we convert fractions into percentage, and this part which I'm telling you right now is very important. You all must note down this is important. So fraction to percentage conversion. So 1 by 1 is basically 100%, 1 by 2 is 50%, 1 by 3 is 33.33%, 1 by 4 is 25%, 1 by 5 is 20%, 1 by 6 is 16.66%, 1 by 7 is 14.28%, 1 by 8 is 12.5%, 1 by 9 is 11.11%, 1 by 10 is 10%. Okay, so this is very important for all of you to note. It is advisable that you learn all of this till 1 by 20, but for convenience I am only telling till 1 by 10. So these are basically basic. So if there is something like 2 by 8 and if anybody asks you the percentage of that, so that will be basically 2 into 12.5%, because 12.5% can also be written as 2 into 1 by 8. Okay, so if you do this and if you convert this, 2 by 8 would nothing be but 25%, as 2 by 8 is also written as 1 by 4. If you cut it, it will become 1 by 4. So this is the first basic thing which you need to understand in percentages. I'm not taking this from fully basic, but this is the first thing that you need to understand. I'm not teaching you what fraction is. I'm directly taking from the fraction to percentages, because I'm assuming if you are appearing for CAT, the absolute basics of yours should be clear. Okay, so if we take one question on the basis of this, we'll find the number of boys if there are 35% girls in a school. Total strength of school is 1000. Okay, so here the first formula that we need to apply, this is the first formula. If you are taking any percentage, so for that you need to like value, total value into percentage by 100, then you will get your answer. Resultant would be your answer. So here if our total value is 1000, so it will be 1000 into 35% equal to, so if I cut this and cut this, I'll get 350. So 350, 35% are girls, so 350 would be your girls. Now we need to find the number of boys. So obviously out of 1000, if 350 are girls, the number of boys would be 1000 minus 350, that is 650. I hope this much is clear. Let's take one more question on the same concept. Let's say a shopkeeper announces a discount of 8.33% on all fans due to Diwali. If the fan was of rupees 2400 earlier, how much would it cost now? Okay, so many of you, what will you all start doing is you'll first minus 100, you'll first subtract 8.33 from 100, which will give you somewhere around 91.66, and then you will multiply it with 2400. So the calculation would be too much. Instead, what we can do is we will use 2400 into 1 minus 1 by 12. Now you will all ask me from where this 1 by 12 came from. So if you see here, 1 by 6 value is what? 16.66. So if 1 by 6 value is 16.66, what will be the value of 1 by 12? It will be 8.33. So if basically I subtract 1 minus 1 by 12, which will directly give me 100 minus, which actually means 100 minus 8.33%. Therefore, 2400 into 11 by 12, 12 ones are 12 200s are, and the answer will be 2200. So now the price of one fan is 2200 rupees. Okay, now the next rule is of rule. Okay, of slash is rule, or is slash of rules, you want to call it whatever you can call it. So this basically means, let's suppose anything, okay, of x is y. Okay, let's say percentage, for example, percentage of x is y. This means every time anything that follows of will be in denominator, so it will be basically y by x. And if you are saying percentage of y is x, this means it will be x by y. Okay, this much is clear. Let's take an example. For example, what percentage of 120 is 360? So you might be wondering, 360 is greater than 120, then how this will be calculated in percentage? Yes, we can calculate percentages for the numbers, those which are like actually higher from the original number. You will get it like 300%, 200%, things like that. So we will be able to calculate that, so don't worry. So this will be basically upon, so whatever follows of will be in denominator, and whatever follow is will be in numerator. So 360 divided by 120 into 100, so 0 0 will get cancelled, 1s are, 3s are, and your answer will be 300%. Okay, now next rule in the is of rule is, let's say is comes first. So for example, a is x% of y. Okay, now this means again x will be in numerator and y will be in denominator, because y is following of. For example, we take 25 is what percentage of 50. Okay, so now anything that follows 50 of will come in denominator, so this will be in denominator. Now what is before is 25, so we'll keep 25 here, into 100, so this will give you nothing but 50%. I hope I'm clear, and of is rule is also clear. Okay, so whatever follows, this should be rule for you, whatever follows of, okay, it should be in denominator, no matter what the case is, no matter how complicated the question is. Okay, now let's understand percentage change. This is the new concept, not a question, this is a new concept. Okay, new concept is percentage change. So percentage change formula is basically difference in two values divided by initial value into 100. For example, my salary increased to 25,000 from 20,000. Calculate the percentage increase. Okay, so whenever this type of questions come, whether it is related to decrease, increase, or whatever, so there we calculate percentage change. So here the percentage change would be difference between the two values, that is 25,000 minus 20,000, it will give you 5,000, divided by the initial value. Here the initial value is 20,000 because now my salary is 25,000, earlier it was 20,000, so we will consider 20,000 as base. 20,000 into 100. Okay, so 3 zeros will get cancelled here. 5 ones are 5 fours are 4 ones are 4 25s are. So percentage change is 25%, or we can say increased by 25%. I hope I'm clear and this part is also clear to all of you. Now the next concept is percentage point. Okay, all right, so percentage point is usually calculated when there are two people or two different percentage values which are given. So percentage point is nothing but basically absolute difference between two percentage changes. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So for this I'm not taking a question because this is a very small thing and it does not usually come under the in CAT exam, so I'm not taking a question for this. But if we get any concept or any question related to this concept while solving the main CAT questions, I'll definitely take this up then. Okay, now next thing which we want to do is another concept, which is increased by or decreased by concept. Please write this down, this is very important. So if a value is increased by n by d, okay, then to get back the original value, from the resultant value, you need to decrease the resultant value by n by d plus n. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let's take a example for this one. Let's say Akhil has 66.66% more books than Amit. Okay, Amit has how much percent of books lesser than Amit? So now everybody who is confused with this big number 66.66, let me tell you, 1 by 3 is what? 33.33%. Okay, now 2 by 3 will be what? 66.66%. Okay, so here the value of our n is 2 and value of our d is 3. So by how much percent he needs to, reduce it, how much percent lesser books Akhil has than Amit? You'll simply do 2 by 3 plus 2, that is 2 by 5. Okay, now this is fraction. We cannot conclude this as an answer because we need it in a percentage. So we will multiply this by 100. So 5 ones are 5 20s are, you will get as a 40%. So basically Amit has 40% less books than Akhil. All right, so here we'll move on to the next concept, not a next concept, basically a sub concept of this, that is, if a value is decreased by n by d, okay, then to get the original value, from the resultant value, we need to increase the resultant value by n by d minus n. Okay, I hope this is clear. I'm not taking a question on this because somewhere similar question will be there and I want to keep this video short. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section below so that it is easier for me to go through your doubts and to clear those in the next session or next class. Okay, so this is the another thing. Now let's jump into the concept of successive increase or decrease. Okay, successive increase or decrease. So basically we have a formula, a plus b plus a into b by 100%. This is the formula for successive increase or decrease. Let's directly take a question for this. It will be easier for all of you to understand. Let's say if a price of salt is increased by 25%, then by how much percent should a customer decrease the consumption of salt so that he has not to increase his expense. Okay, so for this, let's say the price of salt is 100. Okay, so now it is increased by how much percent? 25%. So now the new price will be 125. Okay, now let's suppose earlier 1000 kg only salt was coming. This is a hypothetical, please don't come at me. I know in real life you never get 1000 kg salt, but this is just a hypothetical situation. So let's say you were getting 1000. Now how much would you get? So let's now what would be the per gram value? That would be 1000 by 125, but our expense is only 100. That's why we will multiply it by 100. So this will be nothing but 4 by 5, 5 ones and 200. So here will be 800. So let's say only 800 grams 800 kgs are coming. So now we will use the percentage change, that is 1000 minus 800 by 1000 into 100, that is nothing but 200 by 1000 into 100. Here, sorry, it will be 1000. Two values cut, cut, that is nothing but 20%. So the customer has to reduce the consumption of salt by 20%. Let's understand one more question. If a manufacturer sells a good to retailer by increasing the price by 15%, okay, the retailer also increases the price by 10% and then sells it to customer. How much percent did the overall price increase? Okay, now here we will use the concept of successive percentage or successive increase or decrease in the percentage. Okay, all right, I hope I'm clear. So here we are first, our formula is a plus b by a into b by 100. Okay, that is the overall percentage. So we will calculate in a same fashion. First he increased 15, then the retailer increased 10 plus 15 into 10 by 100, okay, which will give us nothing but 25 plus 150 by 100, cut, that is nothing but 25 plus 1.5, which is nothing but 26.5% would be the total increase from the original value. Yeah, so now let's understand the last concept, that is buy versus do concept. Okay, now this is a very small concept. Let's say salary is reduced by 30%. Okay, when it is said by, that does not mean that our original salary is now 30%. It means that from 100% it is reduced 30%. So now we have to calculate 70% of the total value. Okay, now what two concepts says is salary is reduced to 30%. Okay, when we say to 30%, it means that salary is reduced by 70% to 30%. Okay, whenever to 30% is said, we have to calculate 30% only. Okay, but whenever it is said by 30%, then we have to calculate 100 minus 30, that is 70%. Or if we say by 60%, then 100 minus 60, then we will arrive at a conclusion as 40%. Okay, I hope this much is clear. Let's take one big question. A shopkeeper had n chocolates initially. A customer bought 10% chocolates from n. Then another customer bought 20% chocolates from the remaining. Then one more customer purchased 25% chocolates from the remaining. Okay, I hope this is clear. There was one shopkeeper, he had some number of n chocolates. One customer bought 10%, then another customer bought 20% from the remaining chocolates, and then one more customer, which is the third customer, he bought 25% chocolates from the remaining chocolates. Okay, now Shopkeeper has 270 chocolates. Find the initial number. Okay, so now many of you would here be tempted to use the successive percentage concept. Okay, but don't use successive percentage concept here, because the reason is you will not arrive at a answer. So here we will go from a reverse method. Okay, let's say n, if 10% chocolates is used or is purchased by customer 1, so how many percent chocolates are left? 90%, right? So we will do multiply by 90%. Okay, now let's say then another customer bought 20%. So out of remaining chocolates, 20% are gone. So how many are remaining? Only 80% of the chocolates are remaining. Now out of 80%, out of these many chocolates, again 25% chocolates are gone. So how many are remaining? Only 75%. Now when all of this remaining chocolates equal to how much? 270, because now shopkeeper has only 270 chocolates, so only 270 remaining. Now find the initial number, that is n. Now it is much easier for us to find out the initial number. First the zeros will be cancelled. Now 9 ones are, 9 30s are, very simple. Then 4 25s are, 4 2s are, 4 1s are, 4 3s are, okay, 3 1s are, 3 10s are. Understood? Right. 2 1s are, 2 5s are, okay. Now n will be here, only 100 is remaining this side, so 5 into 100 equals to 500 chocolates. I hope that is it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. Do not forget to give a like if you like the video. Please put your doubts in the comment section, or whatever topic you want me to take next. We will take tomorrow, day 2. And also do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.